Good evening, everyone, and how is it going out there? Guys, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Thank whoever it is you think, but we have reached it. The weekend is here. Again, I'm kind of flipping it on you today. I worked this morning. I'm going to shoot some video. I'm going to go back out and work a little bit when we get done. But I know today is part 2 of The Dark Knight or The Dark Joker. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to cover that quickly, and we're going to move on to shit that's way more fun. I mean, I wanted to discuss it yesterday, and the issues I discussed, they are real. They are sad. But we can't look at everything as sad. We have to look at ways to overcome. We have to look at ways to adapt, and we have to look at ways to heal. Healing is crucial, but by all means, do whatever you need to heal. Help somebody else heal. And sometimes that may not be anything but just smiling at somebody. Whether it be the homeless person you encounter on the street, or whether it be, if you're the staunchest Republican in the world, whether it be nice to Hillary Clinton, or Hillary Clinton be nice to Donald Trump, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just be nice to somebody. They're people just like us. But, okay, first, the movie. I loved it. I did. I thought it was a really good movie. The storyline, to me, was amazing. And, again, I like shit that is real. I like horror movies that, if you want it to scare the crap out of me, make it something that's believable that could happen. Whether it's ever happened or not doesn't matter, as long as it's possible. And this movie was real. I mean, it was a lot about society because, God, if you go watch the movie, if you wait till it comes out, whatever the case may be, but if you watch it and you don't draw a correlation to society, God, I love each and every one of you, but I'm here to tell you, you are probably part of the problem. The world is a lot bigger out there than what we grew up around, and people are different than us, but they're still good people. Now, there's people we grew up with they're still bad people. After all, they were bad then, they're still bad now. But not everybody's bad, and there's good and bad in everybody. And sometimes maybe just smiling, helps us get over. But back to the movie, I liked it. And, talking about the movie being dark, I mean, before the movie actually started, the first preview up was the new movie Harriet coming out. And I mean, I'm here to tell you, the movie about Harriet Tubman, it's dark. It's dark. There was a lot of, it was just dark. In all seriousness, it looks like it's going to be a really great movie. And what a story. I can't imagine, don't want to imagine. But, that's the kind of shit, that's heroes. That's people, those people are heroes. And again, I don't care if you're black, if you're yellow, if you're white, whatever the case may be. If you're a good person, I love you. I want to talk to you. Now, unless you're really stupid. Now, if you're just really stupid, I will talk with you for a little while. I'll talk with you for a little while, but I won't be able to talk to you long. Because I just don't, I don't get it. It's not that I'm better than anybody. It's just, it's one of my hard no's. I will be nice. I will be very nice. I will be very civil. But, some people I will seek out of a room to go have a conversation with. If you get deemed on the dummy list, I'm not going to seek out a conversation with you. I will be nice to you always. I will be polite to you, but I am not hunting you down to talk. But, the movie, yes, dark subject matter. Do not recommend taking a child at all. I mean, I am all about exposing children to the world, but okay, let me really tell you why I would not take a child. The subject matter is adult in nature, and I'm going to say that, and that's what I mean. It is adult in nature, and maybe because of they've not lived enough, they've not been exposed to enough. The reason it's not appropriate for a child is because them fucking tickets are $14 a piece. $14 a piece. Okay, actually with fees it's a little bit more, but they're not going to understand it. Don't take them to see it. And I'm starting to understand maybe people getting up and walking out. I think part of it maybe because of the movie starts out slow. I'm giving no spoilers away. I will just tell you the movie starts out really slow, and if you're looking for the action of The Dark Knight, no. I mean, if you're thinking about anything like Suicide Squad, no. This is the beginning of the Joker. And it's dark. It's sad. But fuck, it's real. As society, have we gotten so afraid of shit that is real that we condemn a movie? Okay, we don't want anybody to ever feel the way that the character feels. We don't want any of the events to happen that happened. But what I mean by real is there are people out there, I believe, that are in that dark of a place. Smile at somebody. Good God, smile at somebody. Please. But, I mean, is this what Trophies for Everybody has given us? I will tell you, I was a young parent of young children when Trophies for All first came out. And I will tell you, I was staunchly against it. I didn't understand it. Recently, things were explained to me in a different way that, okay, I don't agree with it. I understand some of the basis behind it. God, I don't know. It's still hard. We're going to cover that part of it on another day. But anyway, I mean, have we sheltered our kids so much? Have we sheltered ourselves so much that when somebody produces a movie that to me is like spot on about society, because you got to watch the movie. Let this movie come out on DVD. We're going to talk about that again, but let's go back to the Trophies for All, because again, like I told you, I wanted to move on from that, and I spent way more time than I really intended to. But you know, part of that today, I don't even have the laptop here with me. I don't have the laptop because the laptop, I keep things like the numbers. I usually have a few notes down, you know, on topics, but I knew today was going to be a second part, and I also knew that we were going to go wildly different. And I also just didn't fucking care. And I don't mean that as I don't care in the content that I'm giving you guys. I do. But the content, first off, I didn't grow up in the Trophies for All. When I got a trophy, it's because I earned that bitch. And there were plenty of fucking days that I was not the one that got the trophy. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it. I didn't like when I wasn't the one got the trophy. But it didn't make me where I wanted to go attack the other people that did. It made me wanted to try harder, to do better, to get stronger, whatever it was. If it was an academic competition, I didn't win a lot of those because, not that I wasn't academic, I just didn't. Oh no, it wasn't my thing. But you know, not everybody's the most physically fit person. Not everybody plays football. Not everybody plays soccer. Not everybody does gymnastics. And maybe you don't do anything. Maybe your thing is you are like the gamer from hell. Like you are like the little nerdy kid that can just like, I mean, you got all these 40-year-old guys like me playing Call of Duty, you know, because it's fun. You know, we're kind of, just enjoyed it because fuck, we had Atari growing up. This shit's like crazy. We're just sitting here just like banging down. And there is some little 11-year-old kid that I mean, let's be real. They got, there were people that were bullies when I went to school that beat the shit out of them. And there's people that do it today. And that's wrong. That aspect of it is wrong. But it's not new. It's not a new concept. It's always been around. But the movie, those people existed in the movie. But again, but the whole purpose of where I was going with, I don't even have the laptop. Again, guys, thank you. I am blown away. I'm not going to make promises because it's going to be a busy weekend. But I want to make one video, and it's going to be an extra, and it's going to be. There's not going to be. Well, I'll try to throw comedy in it, but I just want to share with like some of the people that have been following. I'm blown away. If I record these podcasts every single day, and one person listens to me, I am in awe that one person either. It's not even so much if they care about what I'm saying, if they just find it entertaining. Whether they're making fun of me, whether they're laughing along with me, at me, or crying, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter to me. If you're entertained, I'm happy. If there's one of you, I'm happy. But shit, we have already picked up numerous countries across the big pond. It's the power of that damn Al Gore's internet. Fuck Al Gore. Thank you, Al Gore. Thank God it's Friday. Thank Al Gore for the fucking internet, because the internet's for porn. Don't act like you don't know. I don't give a shit who you are. You know. You can act like you don't, but guys, the exact opposite thing to me, again, when I got trophies, I earned them. I tried to do harder next time. You didn't always get a trophy. There were some kids that, now maybe you got the kids that never got a trophy. No matter what event it was, they never got a trophy. Okay, I can see where that person may feel like they're going to be a loser for the rest of their life. Okay, and maybe that's the gamer kid. Maybe that's the kid that invents a cure for cancer. This is how I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but fuck, we're going to. And I'll tell you why in a minute. The way it was explained to me, the trophies for all, and just talking about the differences in generations, and what made me get it, is because, okay, you have, survival of the fittest. The way the world works, the way the animal world works, the weak die. The weak die. And I don't think it's because their animal friends are just cruel ass bitches. I think they mourn their friends. But, even though as humans we are mammals and we are animals, we have evolved, well beyond other animal species. Opposable thumbs, man. This shit. It also works that video game controller. But looking at that and looking at the whole concept, if as humans we continued to follow along that mantra, what if the person that had the intellect and would have made the discovery to cure cancer, some 11-year-old bully beat the shit out of him? I didn't want to do anything serious in this episode, but that's a serious thought. No matter whatever you believe in this world, if somebody was here and, if you believe people have a purpose in life, this person's purpose in life was to cure cancer and, save mankind from a terrible disease. And, old Jim Bob, he thought the little Kid was nerdy as fuck, so he whooped the shit out of him. Okay, that's kind of serious. But okay, trying to move along. Back once again to the without the laptop. I had an old friend contact me last night, and it was one of the most flattering things that's ever happened to me in my life. They were on a long drive in a car by themselves, and they started listening to the podcast, and they listened to damn near all 9 episodes yesterday. I don't think they got through them all. No, I know they didn't. They told me they didn't. I do remember that. I forget a lot of shit. And that just, I was speechless. I tried to convey my gratitude, but I didn't have the words. And you know, I guess how this ties into everything is when we give people a trophy for everything they do. Maybe we should give the kids, trophies. I mean, you don't get the same fucking trophy. But maybe at the end of the year, maybe every kid should get a trophy. And we explain to them, you did a good job. You did a good job participating, but you wasn't a winner. And maybe even, you got a trophy for meeting goals. Because, again, I think it's important that we have goals and that we establish goals for our children in life. And ladies, mothers, single mothers, God love you all. If you're out there and you have children, let me explain to you in the nicest way I can why we should set goals for our kids. Okay, my generation, for example, when I did the podcast about the ABCs, by the way, that podcast is the most downloaded. I understand why, but it should be. That podcast, men, we learned our ABCs in kindergarten. I don't care if you were the class clown or if you were the biggest jock, if you were the nerdy kid, whoever the fuck you were, that doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with it. You knew your ABCs. You learned them back then. And it's like riding a bike. You don't forget. So, as guys, in relationships, and women too, we can get lazy. And, again, sometimes I was not, when I was talking about the voices many white women make, I wasn't blaming them for the men's behavior. I'm just telling you, if you do those, maybe it'd be a good idea to stop, because Johnny over here, he thinks he's knocking this shit up out the park, like he's in the batter's box, and you start making that noise, and he is like, the bat's coming around, and he is cracking that sumbitch head on. That's what's in his mind. Okay, we got to get him back to where that really ain't it. That really ain't it. So I wanted to get them through the ABCs, because we can get lazy and we misunderstand things. We're different species. We're the same, but we're so different, and thank God for the differences. But sometimes the differences, they're exactly what makes us different. But when you take a generation that's been given a trophy for everything, if you're not making the noise, and let's even say they were from my generation and they were kind of babied a little bit, or if they were in the trophies for everybody's generation, you might not be doing anything wrong at all. You may be making whatever noise you're making or not noise you're making is probably the exact noise. And if it's like what I have pictured in my head, the only noise you're probably making is when they kind of put their hand on your stomach, like trying to move in some weird position. But he's been programmed since he was little. All he's got to do is fucking show up. I ain't even got to take my ass out there on that baseball field and put that glove on my hand. I just got to sit over here in the dugout with a pissed off fucking look on my face, and them bitches going to give me a trophy when this motherfucker's done. Ladies, how's that trophies for everybody working out right now? Guys, if you're listening, if you fall into the millennial generation, and God love it for making the changes you all made. I relate with you. Many parts of me are very millennial. But again, if you were handed a trophy for everything, and okay, let me break it down to you this way. If you've never saw Big Mouth, you need to watch it. If you listen to my show, you should probably watch Big Mouth. I mean, it's very both much immature humor and funny as shit. But the whole thing, guess, girls get horny too. Now, men will tell you, I've worked in a factory many years. I mean, I've heard many stories. I mean, we're going to cover some of them. We won't mention anybody's names. We'll protect the not so fucking innocent. But anyway, girls are horny too. And now guys will have you believe you get married and the sex dies off. And the reasons, it's the kids, it's the jobs, it's the too many things going on, it's the too much this, too much that. Okay, I understand and I empathize and I call bullshit on every single fucking one of them. Yes, you have all those things. Fuck you, before, when you all were dating, you had many things you had to do at that time too. It didn't stop you from knocking out a quickie every time you got the chance. It's excuses. We make them. They make them. Everybody makes them. And let me tell you guys, I'm gonna hurt some feelings. It's not because she don't like sex anymore. It's because she don't like sex anymore with what you're doing. Now that don't mean she's gonna go out and cheat on you. Some women are, and men as well, they are oaks. They will stay true until the day they die. And they just kind of shelf that part of their life. You want to talk about sad? To me, that's sad. No, the reason it stopped wasn't because you all didn't like it or because you all got too busy. It's because, and guys, I'm blaming you. I'm sorry. You are mine. You are mine, but I'm blaming you because I know too many of you. I know too many of you. You ain't hitting it right. You ain't hitting it right. And then you want to use some crazy reverse psychoanalysis on them that, you ain't sexy, whatever it is. No, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. If you married someone, and please, if you saved yourself for the person you married, God love you. Never sleep with anybody else. I'm telling you right now, if the only person you have been with is your partner, stay married to your partner. Do not ever have an affair. That is the best sex in the world. Even if it's died off, work on it. It's the best shit in the world because you don't know any different. But if you've had good sex before and then you have good sex with a partner and then that sex gets shit because, I think as men, maybe it's because we get lazy. But no, it's not that. It's not about being lazy. It's because most people and men, we are greedy. If you don't think men are greedy, and it's not just in sex. If you don't think men are greedy, if you grew up anywhere close to I did, look around at all the men that had a bass boat. $30,000, $35,000 fucking Ranger bass boat sitting out there in the driveway. And he got 4 kids and a wife. And this man is telling himself when he buys it, oh yeah, I'll be able to take the kids and the wife out on the lake. That bitch has got 2 seats, asshole. You never intended on taking nobody to shit. It's because you a selfish pig. I'm sorry, but if you bought a bass boat, if you ain't got if your family hates the water and you like to fish, hey, knock yourself out. Like if your family are water aquatic people as well, and you have a bass boat and you don't have a ski boat to take your family out on, you a sorry asshole. I love you. You a sorry fucking asshole. But because I know men that do shit like that, I also know that when men get a woman in the bedroom, it's his fucking bass boat. He is getting his bass boat. You ain't going to the beach this year. You ain't going on no vacation. I mean, you get a girl's night. You just go ahead and get a girl's night because when he gets in the bedroom, he's getting his bass boat. Ladies, pull the pond out from under him. Pull the pond out from under him, and he'll get the right boat floating in your water. He will get the right boat floating in your water. Ladies, you have power. You have power that men can only dream of. If you don't know you have power, listen to me. Hear my words. You have power. It's amazing. It's wonderful. My point is, if they've gotten lazy, if they're only in it for them, and then they want to, take it away. Take it away. Now, I'm going to get backlash over this. I know it. There's going to be... But guys, if you give me backlash, you are part of the problem. Happy Friday, guys. Have a good weekend. If you watch the video, subscribe. If you watch the video, please pull us up on iTunes. Pull us up on Google Play, Spotify, wherever. I mean, I don't even know what all my RS feed has went to. It goes to so many different ones. Whatever you listen, please go over, subscribe. If you're a podcast listener only, please check out my YouTube channel, Sleep Over at Your Mom's. Like and subscribe to videos, guys. The hotline numbers, you know them. I'm not even going to go through them today. Love you. I'm out.